What's happening, everybody? It is time for the Hyundai Masters powered by Invited recap show. I'm Dave Fleming, thrilled to bring it to you, and we're going to do this after every event on the calendar to take you inside the tournament and what happened. And let's start with the winners. Look at this. What a slate. We got that classic Ben and Annalee pose after they won again in mixed doubles. And did Annalee Waters ever have a tournament? She collects her gold medals in 3. She won that. She won women's doubles with Catherine Parento and singles over her partner. It's always wild how they're able to work that out. The standard is the standard in men's doubles as Ben and his brother Colin win again. Took 4 games this time against Riley and Thomas Wilson, but too good for them. But there are 2 matches that I really want to talk about. I want to talk about men's singles, and I want to talk about the women's doubles, and let's start with men's singles. My goodness, was this a battle between the 2 seed, Federico Staksrud, and the number 10 seed, Dylan Frazier, who was seeking his first ever PPA gold medal in men's singles, and guess what? He got it done, and I am thrilled to talk to my man, Dylan Frazier, right now about his big win. Thrilled to have Dylan Frazier, Hyundai Masters singles champion, join the show. How does that sound?
It sounds good. Yeah, that was a good tournament. Thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Well, let's jump right into that gold medal match against Staksrud. You are in big trouble, down 9-3 in the third. What were you thinking?
I'm just trying to leave the past in the past at that point. I mean, it's 9-3. I wasn't playing my best, and Federico was on fire there down the stretch. So trying to leave the past in the past. There's not anything I can do about it being 9-3 at that point. Trying to trust the strategy that I had going into the match and that had been working for me the rest of the week. And I think that was the biggest thing, just focusing on like the strategy that I had picked out. And because I think it was a matter of execution. I trusted that I had the right strategy and the right process, and it was just came down to executing the right shots at the right time.
What some people don't know, that you had to save match points against in your very first match against Patrick Kaka. How were you able to survive and advance?
I think he had maybe 3 match points, and before I got it back to 10-10 and was able to take that game. But I was, Patrick was playing well. I didn't have my best stuff, so I was just trying to find a way to scrap out that second game and give myself a chance in the third game. And fortunately, I did that, and I built a little momentum, got a little confidence going there at the end of the second game and after the third game. So that was maybe kind of slingshotted me forward a little bit in the draw.
So what do you say to all these people who insist that you have to have a big-time tennis background to be successful in pickleball?
I say that's nonsense. That's not true. But no, so I had to, coming from a non-tennis background, I played a little bit of tennis just for fun, but not competitively or anything. But the ground strokes was the hardest thing for me to learn. And when I was picking up pickleball, like the volleys at the net and the dinks and everything were easy. I was, keeping my paddle up in front. But when you've got to do a ground stroke and take a little bit of a bigger backswing, that was the part for me that was a little less natural and something that I had to really train myself to do. And now that I've done it enough times, I can, for the most part, do it without thinking about it too much. Now it's just, like hitting a dink for me. But yeah, it took a lot of practice. It still requires a lot of practice. There's certainly some spots for me to improve on, but just getting a lot of reps in is the main thing.
Now, you played a lot of sports growing up. Which sport really helped you to become a great pickleball player?
Yeah, so I'd say baseball was the main sport I played outside of pickleball before I started playing pickleball, and the hand-eye coordination was definitely helpful. The reaction time, you've got to be able to react somewhat quickly in baseball to the pitch that's being thrown to you, and whether or not you want to swing, whether or not you don't want to swing, you got to make quick decisions. And so I think that transfers over to pickleball really nicely. I've actually played with like some college, Division I baseball players before, and every baseball player that I've played with has been pretty good at the net. Like they've had quick hands, they anticipate really well, and so that I think comes more easily to baseball players maybe than other sports. And also the footwork from playing a little bit of the infield, getting your feet set up in the right spot, making sure your body's in front of the ball when you're fielded. Those are things that translate to pickleball as well.
Those are some great insights from the champ, Dylan Frazier. Congrats again, and thanks so much for joining the show.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And that dude is hungry for more in singles. Look out. The other big match was these four ladies just absolutely battling. I just love the way Anna Bright and Rachel Rohrabacher played. They just wrecked everybody. Huge rolls at the kitchen line. They were putting pressure on every opponent with every shot they hit, yet they still have the defense if they get in trouble. This is such a fun duo. So they were undefeated coming into this at 3-0. This team was undefeated at 53-0. Yeah, 53-0. They're a joke. They are so good together. They saw the power, but they were able to quell it a little bit and keep that undefeated record, keep that Triple Crown dream for Annalee alive. This is going to be perhaps the rivalry of 2024. It's going to be up to these two, though, to push Annalee and CP. So when I'm calling the matches, I'm taking notes, seeing things that are interesting, and I want to share those with you right now. I got 5 of them. First of all, let's talk about the tennis players. That's with the no strings. There's no strings on the paddle. Some of them wish there might have been, of course. Some mixed results there. Jack Sock, he's the greatest entertainer, man. Move over, Hugh Jackman. This guy put on a show. Can't wait to see his continued progression. That dude is a phenomenal player already in just his first tournament with his partners, Catherine Parento and the doctor-to-be, Colin Schick. Donald Young, somewhere in the middle, won a couple matches. Look forward to seeing if he can develop his game. And then Jeannie Bouchard has some work to do. When you're 5 in the world in tennis and a Wimbledon finalist, you have unbelievable racket skills. Now she's got to find the pickleball skills to match this. This is going to be a progression. As I said in our draw reveal show to start the year, 2024 is the year of the lob, and the Kawamotos and the Brashas live that to the fullest. 41 lobs in that match alone. Yes, 25 from the Kawamotos, and guess what? They were successful 72% of the time. That is a tremendous percentage. 16 lobs thrown up by the Brashas, but successful just 43% of the time. So you got to find that balance of how many times is it worth it to throw up a lob. And of those 41, only 2 missed long. So everybody had the range. There's going to be more and more lobbing throughout 2024. 2024 is a new year, and we've got some new rules. The one rule specifically that kind of got mixed feedback, and we'll see where it goes, is the beta test of the new serve rule. We'll keep an eye on that and see what happens when we run to Desert Ridge in Arizona. We'll talk about that in a minute. Man, did we have some great shots last week. Here are the shots of the week. First of all, we got the brothers, Colin and Ben. One ATP in a particular point is one thing, but to get one from both in the same rally, that's something else. Let's take a look at that right now. Oh, no, he did not. Oh. Oh, ATPs on both sides of the court. But perhaps the shot of the tournament was what Catherine Parento did. In fact, what she did on this rally got her on the Sports Center top 10.
9-5-1.
Wow. How did she get there? We're still playing. Oh. Catherine Parento is out of her mind. Unbelievable get.
Get her trainer a raise. That man has put her court coverage to another level. Unreal from Catherine.
Pickleball, Sports Center top 10. We're going to just keep being there. Finally, what the heck is Devilliers doing up there? Well, let me tell you. We're thrilled to have Pat Smith and Jay Devilliers playing together again. Quite a good team. They had a very good run out at the Masters. But little did I know they were going to be the source of great comedy. Watch out for this one. We got a butt shot. Oh, no, he did not. Oh, my gosh. Okay, have fun, everybody that creates content for pickleball. This is unbelievable. From that view, there was the butt fumble in football, and we just had that right there take place before our very eyes. What a great start to 2024 out at the Masters. And our next stop, we're heading to Arizona for the Desert Ridge Open, January 31st through February 4th. It's going to be some tremendous pickleball. Don't you dare miss a second of that. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be here every tournament for a recap. I'm Dave Fleming. Peace.